What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for your Twitter reactions to Celtic 1, Dundee United 1. Before I get to your tweets, I have to tell you about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app has everything you need from a football app. You can get line-up notifications as soon as the teams are announced on match days. You can get goal alerts from all around the world. You can keep track of league tables from all around the world as well. You know how this works. You can get the Celtic news sent straight to your phone as soon as it breaks. And you can add widgets to your home screen as well to keep up to date with Celtic's next fixture, who it's against, what the kick-off time is, all of that stuff. You can download it by clicking the link in the description of this video. It's free wherever you get your apps on your phone, and it's a great way for you to support the channel. We'll start today with Ben Hughes. There's nowhere near enough squad depth, even at the best of times, and today there was zero options on the bench to change the game. Ayeti up top provides zero creativity and zero energy and shows how vital Kyogo is for the team as a whole. I think we've had a lot of discussion about the lack of depth over the last few weeks, and people have said, listen, should you need depth on the bench to beat Livingston, to beat Dundee United? But at the end of the day, when things aren't working on any given football match, when it's 11 men versus 11 men, you've got a bench. You've got a bench because there's meant to be options on there that can change it in your favour. Players that can go and impact the game, but we didn't have that again today. I think Ayeti up top, we'll discuss it more in the post-match pint, but I think Ayeti up top is a wasted jersey. He was bordering today on a basic lack of application and effort from a professional football player who's probably on 15, 20 grand a week, cost the club £5 million, and he does nothing. He's never alive the way Kyogo is. He doesn't offer himself for the ball until it's in the 6-yard box, 18-yard box. And even then, because he isn't constantly alive, when the ball comes in, he's not getting across his defender. He's not in the position to finish. He was so poor, and he really drags the team down when we're trying to build attacks. Cabbage's on tour. We miss Kyogo and McGregor so much, it's ridiculous. As soon as the window closed, we knew we were 1 or 2 injuries away from disaster, and that's exactly what's happened. In some way, I don't want to keep talking about the injuries because we know that McGregor and Kyogo are massive players for us. We should be in a position to deal with these situations a lot better. We should have brought in better quality players and a higher number. But at the end of the day, we find ourselves here because the performance today was just miles off it. Even the first team players who you would consider generally first team picks week in and week out were really poor today. Again, I thought in midfield, I know I'm constantly going on about midfield, but we've got nothing in it. We've got nice football players that can't run very quickly, that don't have any physicality about them. And I thought Turnbull and Vogic today in the second half, there was times where they were getting past their man, but then they just had nothing in their legs. I don't know if they're tired because of the amount of games we've played, but we're only in September, so that's absolutely no excuse. All over the pitch, we're just so weak. Poops Lad 67, sure, it's a work in progress and there's some injuries, but that's not good enough today. Let's not kid ourselves that we're having a remarkable resurrection. The standard of players that make up the majority of our team are not good enough. A draw is all we deserve today. I think a draw is all we deserve today. I thought Dundee United, to give them credit, played well for a team coming here. They don't. There's not a reason really to fear this Celtic team just now, but they didn't fear us. They were really aggressive without the ball. They pressed us high up the pitch in the first half. They forced us into errors. We were really slack on the ball at times, and they merited their point. We certainly didn't deserve to win that game in the balance of play, and we can talk about missed chances. Ayeti Blazey's one over in the first half. We hit the bar a couple of times in the second half, but the game's 90 minutes, and we didn't deserve a victory today. Joe Boy 1987, more of the same shite from last season. No desire to look for the ball from middle to front. Pedestrian nonsense. Under real pressure now. We are under real pressure now. The away games were the big disappointment. 3 on the spin, unacceptable really. But the home form was the one solace that was keeping us going and giving us some sort of glimmer of hope. But that today really scuppers that, and the manager's under pressure now. Not under pressure for his job, but under pressure because we're not enjoying what we're watching and we're not getting results. I think without Kyogo in the team, we don't have that excitement and intensity that you associated with the team in the first 3 or 4 matches of the season. We are slow, we are pedestrian, and that is causing the supporters to get on the team's back. You could see that today. We'll finish with Gary Oliver 87. Andrew's on borrowed time, rebuild or not, what we are watching isn't good enough, nowhere near it. I hope that isn't the case. I don't think it can be the case. As I just said, there's no doubt we're not playing with the intensity that Ange said he was going to bring, and whether that's because of personnel and because of injuries or whatever the reasons are for it, it doesn't change the fact that we're not playing well enough, we're not playing at any pace at all, and what we're watching isn't good enough, and we're not getting the results. This team is absolutely miles off challenging for the title this season. I think that's what you can see. You could see it. I just said to Callum in the full-time reaction that a couple of weeks ago, we were very critical of the team for beating Ross County 3-0, but that's because we could see the performance. We come here and watch a 90-minute performance. We don't come in here and watch a result. And the performance a couple of weeks ago wasn't very good. And on another day, we might have dropped points. Another day was today, and we did drop points. Like this video, comment your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you during the week for the build-up to Leverkusen. Cheers.